is data analytics. This particular chapter is all put together having importance, explain the importance of what data is required, especially when it comes to organized retail stores. Even if it is online shopping, these days it is increasing. When it comes to online shopping as a service, it is in its growth stage. With the help of others or with our own efforts, we are going through online shopping frequently. Earlier days, physical visit, one-to-one shopping was done maximum time, almost 99%. Now data as a source of information is having how much importance when it comes to retailing. When a customer is visiting a retail store physically and he is having round of all the store, on first floor he is buying something, second floor he is going to different category of product. If the retail store is having another floor, he is visiting that also. And apart from his planned purchase, few more products he is purchasing. In such situation, when he is checking out by paying the bill for whatever he purchases, in that situation, cash counter or cashier on the counter cannot ask him what is his name, how old he is, whether he is having debit PAN card or Aadhaar card or any other type of identity proof, where he is living, on what residential address he could be contacted. All this information we cannot ask, which a customer can take personally. And we don't have that much time to. Just by observation or by record of sold goods, that a retailer have to decide or have to plan future purchase based on time and based on quantity of products which are getting sold. When it comes to online, when it comes to online shopping, whatever as a customer required to submit in online shopping, that we have to, whether it is identity proof, our address, or our debit card 16 digits. Those all things, even by keeping secrecy, part of data is being collected when it comes to online shopping. But when in one-to-one shopping or physical shopping, data collection of customers and knowing their choice, knowing their taste and preferences is always a challenging task. In such a situation, within short period, everything cannot be achieved. In due course of time, like span of 1 year up to 2 years, when regularly visiting customers are become friendly with the sales executive, floor assistant, cashier, manager of the entire store, then from them, by knowing their choice, by knowing their taste and preferences, we can collect data. And based on that sample, out of 1,000 customers, even if 50 to 100 customers are giving their choice of products, that particular locality and proximity area for that retail store could be judged. And based on that data, a retailer can bring products which are required to be sold. Now, what is meant by proximity area? A retail store, however big size it may be, what happens if a person is residing in Nigdi and Hadapsar is having shopper stop? There are different organized stores located in Hadapsar, within that Amanora Tower and other places also. There are few popular places, crowded places while we go towards Hadapsar. But it's quite rarely possible that a person belonging to Nigdi area will go to place like Hadapsar just because shopper stop, a big shop is available there. He may have his shopping very nearby stores only. He may go up to Pimpri Chinchwad Municipal Corporation, where they have D-Mart, Big Bazaar, and other shops also. What he thinks, whatever products are required for my use, if they are available in and around my residential area, why I should travel almost 20-25 kilometer distance. So proximity plays an important role also when it comes to data collection. That particular customers class which is residing in and around that particular area, if the area is completely urban, crowded too much, then again the number of visitors for that retail store are too high in quantity. And with the number of customers required to attend by cashier, floor assistant, manager, and other employees of that retail store, it becomes very difficult for that retailer to have data collection. And if data collection is difficult, naturally, in consequence, data analysis also becomes difficult. It is always assumed that certain data, what is required to be collected by hook or crook, by adopting all types of tools and techniques, data is collected by floor assistant, branch manager, or people associated as employee with that retail store and doing retail survey. They will be having one close-ended questionnaire. What comes with close-ended questionnaire? Respondent have to address with ticking yes, no, maybe, or good, average, poor, better, best, extraordinary. Likewise, their choices are given and they just have to tick mark them. Based on that collected data, analysis of customer's choice is done. Preferences are known, and based on that particular conclusion or finding, based on that findings, they conclude and they bring the product of that specific category. Modern retail is data driven. What title here is given? Modern retail is data driven. Data is what related with and why it is data driven. When as a customer I am visiting a retail store and I am getting introduced by a branch manager, floor assistant, I will inform them about my age, designation, and the amount of purchase what I am doing once in a month on definite basis. That is my need-based purchase. That may be cereals, grains, vegetables, edible oil, groundnut, and spices, condiment, chili powder. These are factors which are used in kitchen and food related items. Even if that much information they are getting, they can prepare one package for me, which is available at little cheaper rate than market, and everything under one umbrella. And in that situation, instead of visiting 3-4 different stores for monthly shopping, everything I will be able to get in one store only. How it happens? Just because as a customer, instead of having any barriers in my mind or misunderstanding with that retail branch, I am giving my requirement to that branch survey persons. And that way they are helping me to make my purchase, make my shopping smooth one. Here, location sales. What happens in location sales? Let us see. Digital transformation enables the best of online and offline. Whether we are having online sale or offline sale, what happens with offline sale? Location sales. Try on and try out products. If it is garment store, certain products on first floor are displayed here are like shirts, t-shirts, and other garments. Try on and try out product. What happens? You wear that t-shirt by going in changing room. Then you feel that it is not fitting to your body size. Then you try another one, whichever fits to your body size and whatever color you prefer to have. If both the expectations are matching with your requirement, then you buy that particular product. What happens here? You are physically visiting that particular store. Again, face-to-face information, whatever is needed by you ask that floor assistant. People don't just run behind you when they are working as a floor assistant. As and when you want some information and you ask them, then only they come and assist you. Otherwise, if someone is behind you, wherever you are going on the floor of that retail store, it's quite possible that you get irritated and you will not like it. Although you will not communicate the same factor, but next time you will think whether to visit that particular store once again or not. Again, the next important thing when we are visiting physically a particular store, in-store behavior. In-store behavior of retailers, salesperson, cashier, and again your own. When we are purchasing something which is complicated by nature, like electronic gadget, or even it's a automobile sale or purchase. In such situation, we need product knowledge thoroughly, which we don't have. In such situation, a floor assistant who's technically sound and inform us in brief, not going too deep and making it a boring process. He can help us and build confidence in our mind that whatever costly product I am buying, whether it is two-wheeler, LCD, LED, or that for that sake, any other electronic gadget like laptop, mobile, we believe, we believe in his saying, and apart from his technical information given, we look into the size, design, color, handiness, usefulness or user friendliness, and we buy that particular product. This is what happens when location sales is happening. Exactly opposite to it, when we are purchasing something online through mobile, through telemarketing executives discussion with computer, with laptop, or with any electronic gadget, from that particular store, we are ordering something online by sitting at our home. What happens to the process of purchase? We are using social connection user. Social connections are how many? Instagram, Twitter handle, Facebook, WhatsApp groups, and there are many other options available like Google search engine, Amazon, Dell, Flipkart, and many more. Such type of websites have made available n number of products, whichever you want depends on your requirement. Reviews product and price. Product is reviewed and prices are also compared with different brands with actual shopping which are available. If I am buying something online, how much it will be costing me when I will be buying it offline. That also is calculated. Again, when we are buying something offline, what we think, we have to add transportation cost. In traffic congestion, it's quite possible that our transportation cost will add up. These days, petrol have crossed 100 rupees figure for per liter. And in such situation, instead of losing our peace of mind, having hectic to and fro from shop to home and from home to shop, it's better to sit at home and order something online. Comparison of product which is available online, comparison of services given by door delivery, by courier, or by some other mode of transportation. These all comparisons are done when a person is buying product online. Now, no, don't just listen to all such things. I have one interesting question for you to ask, and please answer me. I could experience and I have quite observed whenever I am asking any question and ask you people to participate, you people are lately replying. That's too, I feel unwillingly. Don't do such things, please. When customer is buying something online or offline, where he is very much cautious, in which situation customer is very careful whether buying online or offline, please let me know. You heard my question?
Yes, sir.
You got the meaning of it? You got the meaning of my question?
Yes, sir.
Then please answer me.
Sir, can you please repeat the question once?
I will. Customers purchase everything by taking utmost care. Now there are two types of shopping. One is offline, where customer is physically visiting the store. I am going out of my home, visiting nearby retail store. Whatever is needed, I am buying. I am paying cash from my pocket and coming back to my home. This is offline shopping. Again, online shopping is one more method, which is current trend in market. I am sourcing from website a particular product, paying them by debit card, credit card, Paytm, Google Pay, Phone Pay, and waiting for my delivery to come. It may come within 24 hours or it may take 6 to 8 working days. Whatever it may be, product is not important here. But I have one question to ask you, where customer is more careful, while buying something, online or offline?
Online, sir.
Yes, he is more careful when he is buying online. Will you please explain in brief why he is so careful online? Any idea, any hint you can give? Okay, I was expecting online as an answer only. If you cannot explain it, it's okay. I will explain. I am here for that purpose only. Now, when it comes to online, you are facing at a few feet distance the screen of that computer, screen of that laptop, your mobile screen. You look into each and every product in detail. You have at your leisure time, whatever time you want to spend for 100 rupees product also, nobody is stopping you. When it comes to offline shopping, you are having one t-shirt in your hand. How much time you can keep it in your hand? There may be few other customers also who are interested in buying the same t-shirt. Just because you are customer, you cannot spend too much time on choosing only one product. When it comes to offline shopping, you have to take it, you have to see it, you have to check with the price, you have to know its quality by looking at it. Whichever product it may be, food product, garment, electronic, electrical, or whatever category of a product that belongs to. You just have to check with your size, shape, color, packing, price, manufacturing date, expiry date, and you have to decide whether to buy it or not to buy it. This can happen in a span of 2 or 3 minutes. When you are offline, nobody is bothered to check how much time you are spending to buy that particular product. And it is available with different types of photographs taken from different dimensions. And those products are sold offline, where you cannot touch them, cannot smell them, cannot check out whether the product which is shown on television screen, computer screen, or mobile screen in same quantity, quality, color, design, shape, size will be delivered. You partly believe when it comes to online shopping, and you fully believe when it comes to offline shopping. That's the reason you are very cautious when you are shopping online. Again, not all, but part of your account details like credit card, ATM, or what we say, internet banking. Those details also you are sharing there. And in such situation, it's quite possible that certain details which are asked from you regarding your credit debit card or your internet banking details, they can create fraud. So that way you are always cautious when you are doing online shopping. This is what relevant with online and offline shopping process. Now, how in retail data is having its important, that is required with personalization, artificial intelligence, blockchain in retail, autonomous retail stores, and shopping lot. One by one, we will look into. It's a retail personalization. Retail personalization is relevant with your data. As an individual, what requirement you have. Money these days as such is available with a well-to-do farmer also, who's having fertile land around 3 to 5 acres, and his crop is having good value in the market. Will he buy laptop? Will he buy any electronic gadget? Or he will have preference for agricultural equipment like tractor, harvester, rotaveller, or pesticides, weedicides. These all factors are important when it comes to customers' own personal requirement. A aged couple above 60 plus age, they are not just having importance for product to buy. For them, door delivery is as important as product purchase or shopping. Physically, they are weakened. They cannot travel in congested area of city. They want to avoid crowd. They want to avoid too many noises at a time. They don't want to lose mental peace in their age. And in such situation, door delivery given frequently for them is always an important value-added service. So these all particulars are important when it comes to retail personalization. What is stated with example here in retail personalization, I will let you know. Here one example is given of whom two people especially. Dinah Jones, he is a high schooler of age 16. He visited lastly on April 23rd. Selena Stewart, again of 17 age, whose high schooler visited lastly on 16th April. And they both are welcome. And what is stated here as a question? Still looking for a prom dress? Talk to an associate to see the items from your wish list. Where this particular picture is shown, is this online shopping or offline shopping? Please let me know. You can see the picture what I have maximized. Yes, students?
Yes, sir.
So is it online shopping or offline? Can't you understand? What is there in their hand?
Online.
Then, and what question is asked here? Please read the question which is asked here. Still looking for prom dress, program dress. The dress as a symbol is also here given. Now, what is meant by these all things? These two high schoolers on April 23rd one and April 16th one visited online site and they searched for this, but they couldn't get their required and the way they wanted that prom dress. Again, they went to same site, and what happened? They were given welcome, and question was asked by online chat room what it is, still looking for a prom dress, and what they are suggesting, talk to an associate to see the items from your wish list. What does it mean? It was recorded by online shopping site that two girls who were looking for prom dress, and it was kept as a data by that online shopping site. And when they visited one more time after 6 to 7 days gap, the same question was raised by them. And if they are asking this question in a short span, it's quite possible that the prom dress they were searching for is not yet bought by them. And they are ready to help in buying that particular dress. When it comes to physical shopping, at least 1,000 to 2,000 people come in a retail store. They go to garment section. They check with different types of clothes, different variety of clothes, and go back. If after 7 to 8 days, one or two of them are coming back for floor assistant, it is difficult to recognize whether he was back or he visited that same store 7-8 days ago. And in such situation, asking these questions is difficult. So in online shopping, data storage is quite possible. What we do when as a customer we visit any online site, we give our choices with the size, with the color, with the price range. In drop down list, we mention up to what price range, maximum or minimum, we want a particular product. And that is stored as a data. One more time when we visit that particular site, after finishing our purchase, they ask us, how was your experience when you visited last? With 5-star rating, how many stars you will give us? These all questions you must have faced when you did online shopping. So this is what happens when it comes to retail personalization. Here, one more thing or one more scene is shown in picture. Sam Quinn, a young man of 27 age, is a travel blogger, and he lastly visited on December 21st. He is a travel blogger writing on traveling like things. What mail he received? You have been on the move. Hiking boots on sale this week. As you are on the move, our hiking boots, footwears required for hiking, trekking, they are special category of products which are sold in niche market, required for specific category of products. Now, hiking boots are not necessarily available in every other shoe store when we go for physical visit to any retail store. If you want for trekking, requirement of certain equipments, rope, then angle, hook, cap, 3/4 t-shirt, first aid kit, hiking boots. These are part and parcel of hiking or trekking, and they are not necessarily available everywhere. When this person, Sam Quinn, inquired online whether I will be getting hiking boots, where I can source them. He visited online sites with multiple options and gave his email address. Quickly, an email was sent to him and he was informed the hiking boots what you are searching for, they are available with us. Now by reading this mail, he can quickly go for that site and buy that. This is the second scene. You are giving your email address and they are replying back when the product became available. Sarah Calvert, a 36-year-old lady, what he is working mom, and what she did, she visited on March 3rd. She is carrying now what is as a message she received, your order is ready. Pay in app to grab and go. She is waiting out and she gave order online as she cannot walk too many places on account of her pregnancy. What online order did, what online service she received, she got message, your order is ready, pay in app to grab and go. So she can receive the order and she can go. This is what relevance with retail personalization. Every individual comes up with different requirements, with different products on account of their age, family status, designation, income, taste and preferences, and the way they want to satisfy their needs and wants. That's the reason each and every retailer have to look into retail personalization. Retail personalization is practically possible when they are shopping online. When physically going into a retail store where at a time in 1 hour or in one working day, hundreds and thousands of customers comes and go. In that situation, it is difficult to identify and satisfy individual person's requirement. Although sorting of or product kept in a retail store may be available in 40,000 to 1 lakh variety, but it is difficult always to spend that much time with retail customers. Now, what is stated here when it comes to retail personalization? One by one, I will look into connect with customers at the right time, right place with right offer. With these three examples, retailers are trying their level best to satisfy their needs. For young girls, they are offering program dress. For travel blogger, they are offering hiking boot. For a carrying lady, a family woman of age 35, they have prepared her requirement and the package is ready. That way they are serving different category customers with different types of needs. Generate relevant and targeted offers using integrated data sources. Just because of one small hint given by customer, you have to catch what exactly he or she needs. This is what stated here. Deliver timely offers based on customer location and time of day. What time of day you visit that customer also impresses or leaves negative impression. Not required to go too early or too late in the evening. Daytime working hours 9 to 5, 10 to 6 is always better time to visit the customer. The next important data personalization or retail personalization suggests us predict what customers want before they tell you. And how this is possible for a retailer to predict before any customer is giving information what he or she wants. It depends on your experience, past experience, how many customers you have handled based on age, designation, or the attire or the communication what that customer is having with you for duration of 3 to 4 minutes, you have to judge before he or she is saying what he wants, and you have to offer them. Anticipate customer purchases based on profiles, needs, and significant events. An IT engineer will have specific requirement for celebration of weekend. A family person aged 60 plus years will prefer to remain with his family instead of going for outing. His physical status will not allow him to go out for trekking or hiking. A young person will be interested in sports activities to spend his leisure time. These all factors based on age, taste and preferences differs that should be known to retailers. Create natural cross-sale and upsell opportunities using predictive analytics solution. If a person is going for touring, it's not one particular product he is asking only, you should sell him. You have to convince him, sir, as you are going on sale, a tent will be also required. Apart from tent, if you are in plan to stay overnight there, certain ready to use fruit products are available with us. If you are moving out and have to stay for overnight or 2-night stay, we do have mini refrigerator which can keep your drinking water bottles in its cool condition. These all factors are known to floor assistant or salesperson. Cross sale and upsell opportunities. When a person is buying one particular thing relevant to that particular item, we have to cross sell many more items also, so that they can be made available and more revenue will be generated. Ensure transaction opportunity continuity. Ensure transaction continuity. Strengthen next best action engine by using outcomes of every customer decision. Improve offers uptake with better propensity algorithms and prevent duplicate offers across channels. Transaction continuity. We have to offer them transaction continuity. What is here stated? Next best action engine by using outcomes of every customer decision. The next important point explained here: boost, motivate, enhance, build up more confidence in customer loyalty and profitability. Keep customers engaged and delighted with personalized event-based offers. What event he is looking out, whether it is birthday of his boy or girl, whether he is going for hiking or he is going for a movie, that depends on his choice. Based on that choice, by making use of your common sense, presence of mind, you have to keep customer engaged, and based on that event, you have to offer product, whether it is online shopping or offline shopping. Deliver engaging in-store experience using digital assets to support interactions with informed sales associate. Engage in-store experience. When that particular person, even if he is doing this shopping online, he shouldn't get bored just because he is sitting at one place for more than 1 hour. His mind should remain engaged on screen, whatever he is looking for. And you have to give him real experience of shopping while he is having transaction with you, having communication with you. Streamline operations. Become a data-driven organization. Evolve from reactive to proactive to help build, monitor, and improve your brand. Keep pace with rapid change and innovate with cloud infrastructure. What this is relevant with data-driven organization. When customers' data is available with you, you are required to keep it with you and add up new things also. your customer data has to be updated. It's quite possible that what data I provided as a customer to online site 1 year ago, there are definite changes, and those changes also change my taste and preference. And in such situation, updating data is responsibility of that retailer. This is what relevant with retail personalization. Now 7-Eleven. Here, try to understand what is meant by 7-Eleven. 7-Eleven are convenience stores. They open up almost 7 in the morning and closes 11 in the night. Whichever store you take, for example, apart from convenience stores, their opening and closing time is neither too early nor too late. It's possible that all other stores are opening by 9 o'clock in the morning and closing down 6 o'clock in the evening. They are remaining open max to max for 9 hours in a day. But 7-Eleven as a store is remain opening almost for 16 hours of the day, and they all are convenience stores. They remain open at the convenience of customers who are either coming too early in the morning or late evening, because during daytime it is difficult for them to visit shops. And for these 7-Eleven stores, engaging customer for repeat visit, how it is possible for them? What objectives 7-Eleven stores do have? 7-Eleven wanted to connect various sources of customer data to provide a single customer view and use mobile and live data to track the purchase cycle and engage customers in real time. This is what relevant with data of different sources of customer. Again, with this objective, what tactics they have to play? The Pledger solution uses a mobile app, information technology orchestration, and beacons to tailor customer promotions to personal preferences and purchasing history. This app for online store is used as a tactics by 7-Eleven stores. What it results into? Linked fuel purchases to convenience purchases, positioning 7-Eleven as the convenience store of choice, encourage customers to return to 7-Eleven locations, taking up more offers more often. So this result is giving them more number of customers because they are using apps for their purchase, and physical visits also is being morely promoted or convinced. There one is frictionless shopping. Frictionless is relevant with personal visit. Now, what is frictionless shopping? Said here, based on your mobile handset, that may be Android or iPhone, scan it yourself. Enable self-checkout and bring your own device, BYOD. This device, mobile phone, you have to bring your own device. Frictionless shopping experience, grab and go, cognitive services, artificial intelligence. This particular bring your own device is quite common. These days we are visiting retail stores. Whenever we don't have cash with us, or most of the time to avoid loss of cash or carrying cash in crowded area, if it is a risky thing, what we do? We pay through Paytm, Google Pay, or UPI scanner. This is how it is explained here. Enable self-checkout and bring your own device. By paying on mobile phone, you will be having your self-checkout. Rest all things are not necessary. At exit point, you can show on your mobile screen the payment receipt, what it generated. So this is how frictionless shopping experience could be done. Grab and go. You have to buy particular products and you have to leave the retail store. Artificial intelligence or cognitive services and robotics. Here, artificial intelligence, what role it plays when we are shopping, detect misplaced products. What artificial intelligence does? Misplaced product. When physical shopping is done by few customers, they are keeping upper rack items on the middle rack and lower rack items on the upper rack. Especially it happens with FMCG category products and garments. Now what happens? All these devices are AI or cognitive services and robotics. They detect misplaced products and they are helping those misplaced products to be kept at their proper place. Now detect out of stock. If a particular product is not available in stock, robotics help which products are out of stock. And if a particular product is out of stock, that is quickly ordered and made available for customer sale. Detect wrong pricing label. Analyze and respond to customer behavior. When a particular customer is having some requirement, but he is finding it difficult to explain, in such situation, robotics or artificial intelligence is helping that customer for assisting in his purchase. Even if any customer is behaving unethically or having bad intention of visiting a retail store, doing some shoplifting, in such situation also, they respond to the floor assistant or employee of that retail store. Use image recognition or cognitive services or artificial intelligence. These all factors are relevant with data analysis. Now, students, today or tomorrow, I will be drawing what I mean to say, questions which are relevant with your retail analytics as well as enterprise performance management. There will be descriptive questions, multiple choice questions, and PowerPoint presentation as internal assessment for your both subjects. Which are they? Which I am taking for you, that is enterprise performance management and retailing analytics. Okay, you are listening to me? Excuse me, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
So what about the question bank? Is it provided? Have you searched for question bank in multiple choice questions or theory questions or case study?
No, sir.
So I will be giving you certain number of questions in multiple choice question, then PowerPoint presentation to be made and theory questions also. That way I have to prepare your assignment, internal assessment, what we say it as comprehensive concurrent evaluation. For your concurrent evaluation, I will be having 3 choices for your regular subject, university subject, that is EPM, and other subject, retailing analytics, what we are conducting lecture every day between 8 to 9. We will be having 2 choices. Either we have to give case study, multiple choice questions, or multiple choice questions along with PowerPoint presentation. Likewise, any idea when you will be having your exams scheduled?
No, sir. Nothing as such discussed yet. But
No,
probably
not
into...
discussion. No, you visit website unipune.ac.in.
Yes, yes. No information is available on it also, sir.
Okay, okay. Because certain time for your preparation required to be given from our side also. By today itself, I am preparing your concurrent evaluation question papers, and I will hand it over to HOD so that you can go ahead. All of you are working students. All of you are working students.
Few students, sir.
And what about the job you are searching for? Any one of you completed BSc Zoology, BSc Chemistry? Because if you are if you have any requirement in pharmaceutical sales job assistant, I can help you. It's quite lucrative job also by nature. If your qualification is BCom, BBA, BCA, then it becomes difficult to assist. Your basic qualification should be from science background. If you have basic qualification in science background and you are completing your MBA in marketing specialization, there are lots of opportunities for you people to join in pharmaceutical sales. Getting my point? Now, which sector out you 7 people, you 5 people are available now. Which sector you prefer to go for if you want a job? Any particular career choice you have already decided? Which sector you would like to go? Nothing, no answer. Hello? Okay, students, I am leaving now.